resolved. You can solve what's the cause. It's official. You got issues, I got issues, but I know I'm supposed to change. Who should be hurt? Who should be blamed? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Who should be shamed? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Will we remain? Oh, I need a resolution. Need a resolution. Need a resolution. We have so much confusion. Where were you last night? Fell asleep on the couch. I thought we were going up. I wanna know why your fingers broke. If you had let me know, I wouldn't have put on my clothes. It's 4 in the morning and you crept back in the bed. I wanna know what was in your head. Oh, what was in my head? Am I supposed to change? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Who should be blamed? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Who should be ashamed? Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed to change? Who should be hurt? Will we remain? We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We have so much confusion. Am I supposed to change? Are you supposed
I'm at the lake,
Who should be hurt?
vibing out, decompressing from my work day. I had a late work day, so
Who should be hurt?
I thought I'd come on here and do a live podcast, Fatimah-Logic Radio. This happened to be my topic.
We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We have so much confusion. Baby, let me know. You let me know. You let me know. You let me know. You let me know.
You give me bits and pieces. You try to play me when I don't even know the reason. I think it's just the season, maybe the month, maybe the view. Now tell me what's the reason. Snoop video looks like it's even. So cut the crying, cut the coughing, cut the wheezing, girl. Put the blaming, cut the naming, cut the sneaking, girl. I think you need some prayer. Better call a deacon, girl. So get your act right, or else we won't be speaking, girl. So what's it gonna be? Me and you, or is it gonna be who blames who? I'm tired of the thing, I'm tired of the scar. I think I'm gonna give me a drink. I'll call you tomorrow.
This was about living life and enjoying life, right? Because we can walk around being mad and things, but what is that going to accomplish? Probably making you sick. Wait, hold on, let me pause this real quick. Probably making you sick, probably making you mentally stressed out and all those things, right? Dump it and forget it. That's all I'm saying. It'll make you feel better in life. So, I wanted to come on and do kind of like a little intro, because this is what I'm going to be doing on my other platform, Fatimah-Logic Radio. But until I get enough people over there, I'll just kind of like make little snippets over here to gear people or guide people to that particular page, because that's where I'll be doing my podcast, whether I'm doing audio podcasts or live podcasts. I am Fatimah-Aliyahra. For those who don't know me, I know you know me just a little bit, but you know, just stick around. But in the meantime, those who you do not know me, I am Fatimah-Aliyahra, aka The Goddess, and that's T-H-A, not T-H-E, for those of you who do not know. Okay? So, I played that particular song because it's kind of like, you know, it goes hand in hand with where we are in this particular space and place, right? Like, relationships aren't really glorified in this particular time, in this particular generation. It's more glorified to, you know, fight, bicker, battle one another, go against one another. You know, they said the end times, everybody turns against each other, right? I don't know how long we've been in the end times, but I've been hearing this the end of the world for a long time. Again, we living in Revelations. Okay. Anyways, so what do I mean by that? I mean that there are people out there who have been in relationships and they're not happy in their relationships, and yet they stay in them. Now, I'm not saying you should leave a relationship because you're not happy. However, I feel that if you are consistently not happy in your relationship, that somebody needs to address the situation. I think we need to address the elephant in the room, okay? And that elephant is the uncomfortableness that we have that we probably didn't have before, right? What caused that? What is the reason for the uncomfortableness, the thick air, so to speak, where every time you turn around, you're getting into an argument about something. Somebody not happy, but nobody want to talk about it. So, on my channel, on my podcast, and my platforms, I bring real life situations to the forefront so we can talk about it as a group, as a forum, one-on-one, whatever. It just needs to be brought to the forefront because too many things have gotten swept under the rug for so long that people don't know how to act. People don't know what to do. So what's the most common thing that I've noticed that men do when they don't know? They just clam up and don't say anything. It's easier. Either that or start an argument so they can't, get out of that because they really don't. Don't be mad, you guys. Y'all know y'all be like that. I mean, very rarely have I noticed, that guys kind of like, have a real comeback. They go quiet because one, they probably don't remember what the hell they said in the first place because it was a lie just to keep the peace. I'm just saying. Anyways, so it's time to address the elephant in the room, and it starts with acknowledging that there is a problem, acknowledging that there's something that needs to be talked about. If you know that when you first got with the person that you call your significant other, and you guys were so happy and blissful in the beginning, at what point in that time did those things stop happening, right? I know we live in this like bubble for the first 1 year, maybe, if it lasts that long. Some people show their true colors in a couple months. I'm just saying. But the blissfulness of relationships usually lasts for about a year. Then after that, it kind of like starts plateauing, and people get used to each other. And because they get used to each other, they're very everything becomes kind of robotic. Like everybody, you kind of do your thing. You have your daily routine, whatever that is. You kind of pass each other up. You don't even kiss each other no more. You don't even give each other the googly eyes anymore. You just kind of like do whatever you're doing, probably on your phone, because that's the time we in now. Everybody looking down like that. Literally. It's so crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand how we haven't had more accidents, because more people are doing this while they are driving than I'm just saying, it's the truth. So anyways, back to the relationship thing. So when you get to a point where the blissfulness of the relationship or the connection starts to wane, go downward spiral, that is when you should be asking yourself first, not putting the blame on anybody else, but like, what could I be doing wrong? Because I know what it was, but I see what it isn't now, and yet, I don't know what to do. So, what is the remedy when you get into a situation where the relationship gets stale and both people are kind of, used to each other, kind of ignoring each other a little bit or doing their own thing? They're not really into each other like they were in the beginning. That leaves room for anybody else on the outside to interfere with that connection. And so what happens is, when you don't address things that you know are red flags and you start seeing, but you don't want to talk about it because you don't want to rock the boat, or you don't want to, rub anybody the wrong way, or you just want to keep the peace, because, women, they won't bring stuff up well, some women, they won't bring stuff. They just be like, I'm gonna just keep the peace. I'm not gonna say nothing. We'll talk about it later. And the dude, like, I ain't got time. I don't want to hear it. Because dudes think every woman who's raising her voice is like his mama or his grandmama or whoever raised him that used to yell at him. Right, guys? That's why they have a hard time really, like, taking things in that women share with them, because they always look at it like, oh, she's scolding me, or she's on my head about something. Like, I could be saying the nicest, kindest thing to some people, and they will swear up and down that I'm on their head, or I'm you own me, why you doing me? I'm like, what? I'm sharing things that's going to help make you better from my observation. If I notice that there's a certain thing that you do or how you act is off-putting, not just to myself, I'm sure, but to others, and you just kind of never figured it out, I'm going to point it out to you, not because I'm trying to be on your head, but because I want you to be better. That's it. Most people don't get that, though. They always think somebody's attacking them, especially guys. It's like black men in America have PTSD. Every one of you guys should have a PTSD check coming from the government, just because of all the damage that's been done to the man of color from the time that their land has been overcome and overrun by aliens from somewhere that weren't here before. Okay, whoever they were, I don't know. I'm not gonna, well, I do kind of, I think, but I'm gonna talk about that on the other platform. We're gonna keep it here for now. So instead of letting time just go by in the relationship because you're comfortable with each other, or you guys have a vested interest in things together because maybe your money is tied up in things together, or maybe there's kids involved, so you go, well, we might have problems, or we might be, having our going through our low point, but we gonna stick it out because we got responsibilities. But at the same time, as noble as that sounds, that's not very healthy, because what happens is the more or the longer you stick in it without addressing it and working on trying to fix and correct those things in the beginning, it just compounds and gets worse. And now you have kids involved, so now you got little hearts and emotions and things, and then you got people on the outside you trying to impress, right? Because for some reason, we a lot of times make our decisions when it comes to our mates based on other people's input. Like, they should have nothing to do with how we choose to pick, who we choose to pick, when we choose to pick. I'm just saying. But most people will sit and make their decisions on who they choose to be in their life based on outside influence. That's not very grown up, but I'm not here to point fingers. So, anyways, relationships take work, okay? And you have to go in it with that in mind, right? You have to go in it with the idea of, okay, I'm making a conscious decision to be committed to this one person. And that means that all the variety out there, all the other options are no longer, in my sphere, because those are distractions and they're going to take me away from what I could be given into my current relationship. If you allow yourself to be distracted by those outside things, your relationship is going to do that as well. If you don't want to fix it, then I understand. You're not going to talk about it. But if you do want it, first of all, cut everybody else out of the equation, because nobody else is in the privacy of your circumference with you and your significant other but you guys. So they're never going to get a fair a fair perspective or point of view, because they're going to get one side or the other. Or if they do get both in the same room, you're not going to understand them, because they're going to be too busy arguing, trying to get their point across and get everybody to believe them on their side, right? That's reality, people. This is the world we live in. So, first of all, don't bring other people into your household, into your home, because that is the quickest way to destroy a relationship, okay? When you let other people into your decision-making process or into your business, because what goes on in your home should stay in your home. Other people, they got their own lives to live. Why add that extra onto them in the first place? And then why bring them in when you might just be having a moment and mad, and then you get that person involved. Now they mad at the person that you mad at, but then you and that other person make up, and now these people got a beef that wouldn't have had a beef had you not shared that information to begin with. right? So don't do it. When you start recognizing red flags in your relationship, or you find yourself where you're starting to get bored because you guys have seen each other so much and day in and day out, and you kind of get tired of each other, right? I don't know, you're gonna have to do something to either spice it up, if you want to, by getting creative, not being lazy, because people do get lazy and they stop putting in the effort they put in the beginning. They do just enough to reel you in, and then fall back afterwards, and then make you be chasing after the very first times of everything, but it's always a ghost because they never get that back. They never ever get that again. Stop it. Brothers, stop doing that to women. Females, stop doing that to dudes. Whatever you did in the beginning to get that person hooked, if you don't continue doing that, that person is going to be forever looking for that feeling, and even if they don't get it from you, they wondering and wishing who else they can get it from, even if they don't act on it right away. It starts with little things like images and videos and lap dances, throwing money on the stage. But then, after that, it gets to the verbal flirtations and the up high nice things that they end up doing for coworkers or homegirls or friends. To, man, I'm stressed out. She got me mad. Let me call this so and so and so and so. Woo, woo, woo. And next thing you know, boom, right? The cheating starts. And then it doesn't get better. It gets worse, because usually when you get away with it, you kind of get a little courage in you, and you be like, ooh, I could probably do that again. That was kind of exciting. Next thing you know, you done created a whole world over here while you still dealing with this situation at home. And not only are you stressing your home out, even if the other person don't know about it right away, you done brought a whole new person in and made them a third party to something that they don't really understand, and they're going to catch feelings, right? Because the more time you spend with somebody, now you got feelings involved, and now they got to figure out, do I stick around knowing that this person got that going on when they do find out, or do they walk away? Now you got all kind of other drama. Stop it. If you are not having success in your relationship, if you feel like your relationship has taken a turn for the worst, if you feel like your relationship has run its course but you don't know what to do because you feel obligated to stay in it, if you are in a relationship and you feel like, okay, I don't know what it is, but I just don't feel the same about the person I'm with, but I don't know how to say it because I don't want to hurt their feelings, right? Because guys like to do that too. They won't say things to their women mainly because they don't want to hurt their feelings. Brothers, don't do that. Just tell the women, but don't tell them in such a way to where you're, it's coming off, like, right? Because they're gonna get defensive and everything, just like you would get defensive if somebody came at you like that. So you got to figure out a way how to present it to where they're going to receive it, right? And acknowledge, and then do something about it. So address the situation. Hey baby, I've noticed that this and this have been going on. I noticed that you stopped doing this, that, and the other. Is there something that I've done to cause that? When you do it like that, she ain't got nothing to come back with but, oh no baby, it's not you. Whatever, right? But if you don't do it that way, you come, like head on, like, what the fuck? Who you fucking with? Right? You ain't fucking with me. So who you fucking? I mean, I don't use profanity like that, you guys. So don't laugh at me. I'm just, animating it, right? But when you do that, what she want to do? She want to get defensive, and now she gonna argue, and next thing y'all know, y'all arguing. You never gonna get nothing across. You're not gonna understand each other. As a matter of fact, your ears turn completely off, and y'all just doing this. Nothing to get accomplished or resolved. As a matter of fact, it gets worse, because after that, you're probably not gonna talk to each other for a little bit. So now, it's just, look, it's not about what you say all the time, it's how you say it. And I've noticed that when it comes to men, they don't necessarily know how to say things in such a way to where they're going to get their point across and get the results they want, right? So instead they clam up and don't say nothing, or they say the wrong thing, put their foot totally in their mouth, mess it all up. I am here to help you guys, men and women, okay? Boys, girls, young, old. I am the chick who's going to help you either figure it out, fix it, or realize that y'all have ran your course and it's just time to redirect the dynamics or rechange up the dynamics of your relationship. And it's okay to do that in peace and love. Okay, so these are the types of things that I will be talking about on my shows. There's definitely a way to save your relationship if you both, keyword, both, are willing and wanting that. Because if one or the other doesn't, it doesn't matter how much therapy you get, how much you talk about, or how much you seek help and answers. If one of you guys are not in agreement with it, it's not going to work no matter what. And these are the types of things that I help people come to terms with and understand. I operate from a neutral perspective. I'm telling you, ladies, I don't want your man. I'm not here to take someone else's man. I'm not here to be like, oh, let me see whose husband or whose man I could, snatch up. I'm not that chick. I can't help it if people are attracted to me. Okay, don't be mad at me if people are attracted to me, but I control what I do. So you never have to worry about, I don't want to come around her because I don't want to bring my man around her because, he might, or whatever, right? No, I'm professional. All right. And when you're professional, you know the difference. I'm not trying to get involved with or mess up my business. I'm not trying to get involved with nobody or mess up my business because I have to stay focused. All right. And in order to stay focused, I can't be sitting here flirting with every guy that I talk to who's coming to me for help. I mean, come on, you guys. Y'all got to get that out your mind. Not every attractive woman is promiscuous and trying to hook up with everybody out there. It's crazy. You can, just because guys like me, and there's a lot of people who may be attracted to me, but that doesn't mean that I want to hook up with every guy that likes me or who's attracted to me. I'm flattered always. I'm humbled, literally, because there's tons of women out there in the world. So if I am getting a compliment and things, I'm not going to let it go to my head, be like, oh my God, now I just got to hook up with them because they gave me a compliment or they call me beautiful or, no, y'all don't have to worry about that. I want to help repair. I am for love. I am for happiness. Okay. I am for unity. And that means that I want to help people repair where there is the ability to repair, or redirect and rearrange things to where it will work for the both of you. Not everybody thinks about it from all the types of perspectives that I think about things. And that's why I feel that I'd be able to be instrumental in helping people come to the right conclusion for everybody involved, not just for one or the other, not just for even the kids, because again, them kids, if I didn't say this before, the kids, they are, kids will respect the truth. Okay, kids will respect the truth. They do not respect lies, even if they don't tell you to your face because maybe they're afraid of you as a parent, but they don't respect lies. They don't respect, trickery and manipulation and all of that. They respect the truth and respect. You show them respect, they gon' do it back. So respect the kids enough to sit them down and have a full-on discussion as to what's going on, why it's going on, what you've done to make an effort to correct or fix. And if it's no resolution, okay, now it just resumed. But you see, there's no reason why that should have disconnected. I was just getting to the meat and potatoes. Okay. It's crazy. But I am here to help people figure it out. Children will definitely understand if you talk to them and explain things to them. They're not dumb, stupid, ignorant, or none of that. They're very highly intelligent. So don't use the children as an excuse to stay with somebody that you're not happy with, and don't use them as a scapegoat either. Okay? I realize that a lot of times people actually stay together more for the codependency than the fact that they want to work things out, really. Because first of all, if you want to work things out, you're definitely not going to be looking outside of your connection if you really want to work things out. And if you feel that you have no choice but to look outside your connection because you've tried and that other person ain't cooperating, Again, that's another reason why you need to have that talk, okay? And it's okay to have that talk. Stop being so uncomfortable with talking to somebody that you sleep with all the time. Like, you should be able to talk to the person that you have sex with and seeing every inside and out about them. You shouldn't have a problem talking about anything, okay? Anything. Even her cycle. I call it my moon cycle because it's all connected, but that's a topic for another time. But even her cycle, guys shouldn't be like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that, that's gross. Because guess what? If y'all get married or y'all living together, that's going to go out the window because you still going to be horny while she's on her cycle. So it might be gross in the beginning, but brother, we got to keep it real, okay? Keep it 100. I'm just saying. I know I be on tangents because, I'm elevating, all right? And when I elevate, I don't know what's going to come out sometimes. But I always make sure that I'm sharing things with you that I feel is helpful, beneficial. Oh my gosh, I rolled my windows down because it was getting hot. Now I got little bugs flying in. But I always share things with you that are beneficial to humankind. Not any particular gender, not any particular race or nationality, not any particular age group or language spoken. Like, anything that I share is based on humankind. If you are a human, you should be able to relate to the things that I talk about, because I'm not coming at it from a perspective of, oh my gosh, these little bugs. I hate bugs. But it's not about me talking about, oh yeah, this is for the ladies and women power and girl power and we rule the world. Oh my God, this little bug is bothering me. It's trying to fly at my face. I know I look crazy. Don't laugh at me. You don't have no little flying net thing, just kind of, I'm just saying, that's annoying. But I'm elevating, you guys, all right? I'm chilling. I'm at the lake. This is where I come sometimes to decompress, elevate, speak what's on my mind, share things that I feel. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna get it, you guys, because it's distracting me for a reason. It's always something, these little creatures. But I'm here to help uplift humanity. And like I said in my storyline that I posted starting last night, it'll probably be dropping off tonight, but I am the truth. So many ways. I'm gonna break that down because to the naked eye or to the onlooker, you might be like, what you mean you're the truth? What that mean? What that's supposed to mean, right? Fatimah, I've caught you in lies, Fatimah. Okay. Alright. I never said I don't lie. I have. If it calls for it. I don't like to. I prefer to tell the truth 100% of the time. But that doesn't always work out in my best interest because people want to get angry. People want to get booty hurt and not just be trying to tell the truth. People want to get defensive. People want to be in denial. They might want to fight. Don't do it to yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I just look like this. Okay. Anyways, because of the fact that you have to kind of pick and choose your truths. And when you realize that a truth that you may speak could possibly cause damage to another person that you care about or to somebody that you just, okay, it can happen. But malicious, harmful lies, I'm not with those types of lies. The types of lies that could get somebody killed or hurt really bad or fucked up. You don't want to do those type of lies. I'm trying to told you, okay? So, I am here to help people heal in many different ways, not just physically. I am a natural healer. I've been trickling things in just a little bit to see, my marketing is probably going to come from outside of my comfort zone, because to be honest with you, people who know me or the people I'm too close to, they kind of, it's hard for them to believe that someone like myself am who I am. So, you grew up with them, you've been around them all your life. It's like, Fatimah? Nah. Right? Fatimah? What Fatimah? Woo-woo. Because I knew Fatimah when she First of all, what y'all don't understand is I'm not going to deny anything that I've done in my past. Everything that I've done in my past, from the time that I was able to make decisions on my own, right, up until this very point, helped shape me into who I am today. And I am a light being. I am an earth angel. I am love. I am peace. Okay, so I had to go through things. I had to experience things. I had to overcome things. I had lessons to learn. All of those things to be who I am today, to be able to help others, right? If I can't relate because I've never been through anything or done anything, who gonna really want to listen, right? They're not gonna really take me serious. But I can be like, you know what? I can relate to that. I can relate. Let me show you what I did. Let me tell you what I did to overcome this, that, and the other. I'm sharing personal stories with people. I'm sharing how I've overcome. I'm sharing how I've helped others overcome. I'm sharing about how others have been inspired to overcome by you know, my examples and things. Again, I'm here to help uplift humanity, and that starts with me sharing my story. So please subscribe. Please go over to Fatimah-Logic Radio and follow me, because that's where I will be revealing all kinds of wonderful things that you probably didn't know about me, and you probably didn't know, period. But I'm going to do it in a way to where it's not super boring, because I know, you know, people got short attention spans, and if it's not trending in the moment, you know, people got scrolling, right? You're just scrolling and scrolling, and things are populating on your screen every millisecond. So I want to make sure that I touch on things that are